The world is full of surprises, really, truly full. You might think you know a lot of things. Perhaps you do, but do you know everything? Probably not. We're going to look at some special things today. These are things that will likely make you say, wow, or goodness me. So get ready for a little journey. It will be a fun trip into the land of the amazing and the unexpected. We will uncover facts that are hiding all around us. You wake up in the morning, you might eat some toast, you go about your daily business. Everything seems quite normal, doesn't it? But all around you, even in the most ordinary places, strange and wonderful truths are waiting. Amazing facts are often hiding in plain sight like little secrets. We just need to open our eyes a bit wider. Sometimes the things we see every day hold the biggest surprises. It's a very funny old world we live in, full of quirks. Think for a moment about all the animals. Think about the long winding road of history. Think even about the food you keep in your kitchen. There are delightful secrets tucked away everywhere. Tiny little bits of information that are just completely bonkers when you hear them. Absolutely, wonderfully bonkers. And today, we are going to gently pull back the curtain on some of them. Just for a bit of fun, you see. Just to marvel at how wonderfully weird our world can be. It is like a small adventure for your brain. So are you feeling ready? Are you prepared to have your mind gently boggled and pleasantly surprised? We will explore some truly odd truths together. These are things you probably didn't learn when you were in school. Unless, of course, you had a very, very unusual teacher who loved peculiar facts. Let's open the big book of surprising stuff right now. Chapter 1. Prepare to be well and truly amazed by what you find. Let's talk about sloths for a moment. You probably know sloths. They are famously slow creatures, very, very slow indeed. They spend most of their lives hanging upside down in trees. They don't seem to do an awful lot, do they? But these sleepy animals have a secret skill. It's quite a super skill, almost like a superpower. It is something you would probably never expect, not from a creature as relaxed as a sloth anyway. This special skill involves holding their breath for a remarkably long time. Now, let us think about dolphins. Dolphins are clever animals that live in the vast sea. They are absolutely amazing swimmers, fast and graceful. They leap out of the water. They seem to play games. They always come up to the surface for air, of course. They have to do that because they're mammals just like you and me. So, they need to breathe oxygen from the air. You would naturally think they are experts at holding their breath, wouldn't you? Living in water all their lives, it makes perfect sense, or so it seems to us. But here is the really big surprise. Are you ready for this? Sloths can actually hold their breath much longer than dolphins can. Yes, you read that sentence correctly. A seemingly sleepy sloth can stay underwater for up to an incredible 40 minutes. And a dolphin? A dolphin can only manage about 10 minutes before needing air. Isn't that just completely incredible? The slow-moving, tree-dwelling sloth beats the super swimmer dolphin in a breath-holding contest. This is because sloths can slow their heart rate way, way down. Really, really slow. So try to imagine a swimming sloth. It might sound funny, but it's a real thing. Sloths are surprisingly good swimmers when they need to be. If they need to cross a river or escape a flood, they paddle along quite well. And if they need to stay underwater for a bit, they just hold their breath for a very, very long time. Longer than Flipper the dolphin. It just goes to show you something important. You really can't judge an animal by how fast it moves on land, or by how sleepy it might look hanging in a tree. Nature is absolutely full of these little tricks and surprises. Let's jump, if you will, into the mists of history. But we won't do it in a boring, dusty old way. Let's think about time itself. Time is a very funny and peculiar thing, isn't it? It stretches out behind us and races on ahead. Humans build big, impressive things. We also invent clever new things all the time. Consider for a moment the Great Pyramid in Giza, Egypt. It is so incredibly old, so very, very ancient. It was built thousands and thousands of years ago. A true wonder of the ancient world, still standing tall and proud. Now let's think about Cleopatra. She was a very famous queen of Egypt, known by many. She lived a long, long time after the Great Pyramid was built. Much, much later, in fact. It often feels like she was part of that same ancient world, doesn't it? Pyramids, pharaohs, and Cleopatra. They all seem to go together in our minds like peas in a pod, but time can play curious tricks on how we remember things from the distant past. It is quite easy to group all ancient things together in one big category. Here is a little fact that might just boggle your mind. Cleopatra actually lived closer in time to the invention of the iPhone than she did to the building of the Great Pyramid. Just pause for a second and think about that. The iPhone. That little rectangular computer that so many people carry in their pockets today. It is absolutely true. The Great Pyramid was mostly finished around 2560 BC. Cleopatra, the famous queen, died in the year 30 BC. The very first iPhone was released in 2007 AD. If you do the sums, it's quite a shocker. And speaking of things that last for an incredibly long time, let's talk about honey. sweet, golden, sticky honey. Busy little bees make it from flower nectar. We humans love to eat it. It is truly delicious on toast or in tea. But honey has a kind of superpower, you see. It practically never spoils. Never ever. Archaeologists, those clever people who dig up the past, have found pots of honey in ancient Egyptian tombs. Tombs that are thousands and thousands of years old. And the honey inside still perfectly edible. Amazing, isn't that just amazing? Now let's consider something a little bit magical. Or perhaps it's not so magical after all, just surprising. Every country in the world usually has a national animal. The United States of America has the bald eagle. It is a strong, majestic bird that soars high. Australia has the kangaroo, of course. That wonderful hopping marvel from down under. These animals are real. You can see them with your own eyes. You can find them living in the wild, or maybe you can visit them in the zoo. They are chosen to represent the spirit of their country. What about the country of Scotland? It is a land of beautiful mountains and deep lochs. A land full of fascinating history and traditional kilts. What animal do you think might represent Scotland? Perhaps you would guess a Scottish terrier, that plucky little dog, or maybe a sturdy Highland cow with its long horns and shaggy coat. Those would be very good guesses indeed. They would be quite sensible guesses, but Scotland, it turns out, likes to be a little bit different, a little more, fantastical, you could say. It is a country with a very rich and vivid imagination. The national animal of Scotland is, are you ready for this? It is the unicorn. Yes, a real, in spirit anyway, unicorn. That beautiful mythical creature from stories and legends with its single, elegant, spiraling horn. It is a powerful symbol of purity, innocence and strength. The unicorn has been Scotland's official national animal since way back in the 15th century. They really do like their unicorns over there. You can often see images of unicorns on old Scottish buildings and on their historic coats of arms. It's quite something, choosing a magical beast to represent your nation. So there you have just a few little examples. We have learned that sloths can outbreed dolphins. We found out that Cleopatra was practically modern compared to the pyramids. We discovered that honey can last almost forever. And we now know that Scotland officially and wonderfully loves unicorns. The world, you see, is not always exactly what it seems on the surface. It is often much stranger and much, much more wonderful. It is absolutely full of little surprises tucked away in corners. Always keep looking around you, always keep wondering, because there is always something new and astonishing to discover. And isn't that just the best thing ever?